Yes. Basic architecture is a two-node cluster architecture. This is my node 1, where currently SQL Server is running. That's why we are calling it as active node. Here node 2, here also remember SQL Server is already installed here, but currently not running. That's why it is a passive node. The applications are connected through which link? Virtual link or virtual server, which is registered in the DNS server. Okay, so whenever the application is submitting request through virtual server will verify which is right now, which is currently active node. It submits the request to active node. This active node will process the queries with the databases present in the storage, right? So that's remember here SQL Server services are running here, but our databases, everything are there in the storage. Means here in node 1, CD or local drives are there in each node. So EFG are shared drives. For example, here our database files are there. Take care, we know that already by default, if I install standalone instance, 8 subfolders are created. Here also 8 subfolders are created. But check it, 2 folders been installed, right? SQL binaries, like SQL software related file folders are created in each node, but remaining 6 folders are created in the storage. Right now it is active node 2 plus 6, 8. Tomorrow, if this active node is down, no problem. Again, this one becomes active node, same 2 plus 6, 8. Just remember, like if you see only 2 subfolders, bin and install, in general, remember, we have seen it is a clustered instance. Clustered instance means what? These binaries are there in local drives, actually, CRD, right? Local drives. Remaining 6 folders are there in the storage sandbox. Right. So that's why we have seen tomorrow this active node is down unexpectedly due to any reason. Complete server is crash or database or instance is crash, no problem. Here SQL Server service is started, which process the user queries, no, with the same copy of database. See here, database duplication is not there here, database redundancy is not there here, services redundancy is there. We know that this process is called what? Failover process. We have seen same both automatic and manual failover options are there. Actually, remember in the background, one service, we have seen platform is Windows cluster. On top of Windows cluster, SQL cluster is created, right? Platform is Windows cluster. That's why we have to understand here, whenever we configure Windows cluster, so one in each node, remember one separate service is created with the name cluster service, which is a Windows service. This cluster service is responsible for heartbeat between the nodes. This cluster service is responsible to start SQL Server service here when the failover happens. That is a clustered service is important service by default, which is running in both the nodes. Okay, the server failover is done by which service in the background? Cluster service. Right, this is like a very basic two-node cluster architecture. Active passive node cluster architecture. Okay, right.